In this video, I want to go over a couple channels. One of them is Restoration and Metal, and the other one's going to be Restoration and Restore. These were my YouTube recommendations for some reason. And being that I like Restoration, I figured let me look at some of his content, see if he has something interesting. Unfortunately, it's fake bullshit pretty much, and I noticed the thing lately where people have been doing these fake restorations. Well, they'll take something that looks rusted, decrepitated, it, missing parts and everything, and restore it like new pretty much. The only problem is they're not actually restoring it like new, they're faking it. And unfortunately, these guys have a lot of people fooled. And what I mean by a lot of people, this guy got over 339k subscribers. The other guy got also a ridiculous amount of subscribers. But I'll go to the Restoration Restore guy first. And this one he did 4 days ago, restoring a damaged Acer laptop 5 years old. And as you can see right off the bat where his finger's at, that RAM's not installed correctly. It gets a lot worse than that, by the way. It's not just the RAM, but when he pushes the RAM in, it's almost funny because he literally jams it into the socket. Doesn't even know how to put the RAM in properly, which is supposed to put it at an angle, seat it into the contact, and then push it down and latch it in. No, he literally tries to force it in there. The CPU was even more funnier because he literally jams the CPU into the socket. It was earlier missing pins and all that other stuff. It's just hilarious that how many people these guys have fooled. Now this one here, he didn't fool so many because obviously he got to 1.1k actual thumbs down, pretty much dislikes. And if you read some of the comments people are putting on there, it is fake. The dirt in the screen was made by human hands, not by a normal environment of rubbish. Because if it was rubbish, you wouldn't be able just to wipe it off and clean. That's exactly what he pretty much did, was he wiped it off and cleaned. Now he did change the screen and all that, but still. And then after cleaning and putting thermal paste, he didn't even put and he didn't put no thermal paste on the CPU. But he didn't even catch on the fact that he just literally jammed the thing into the socket. Didn't even put it into the socket correct. It was funny. But you could just see some of the comments. Some of the comments are gold. And you can see here, you can tell he made it dirty himself. Look at the screen and look how he rubbed the dirt on the screen and all that. It's just pretty blatantly obvious to the tech savvy person, of course. Anyone that's tech savvy, computer savvy, or that's a tech or an engineer will know all of his videos are pretty much bullshit. But here you go. This is what it looked like before, and I'll give you a good laugh. I don't want to play any sound on the video because I don't want no copyrights, but here you go. And you can see how it looks all dusty and dirty and stuff. And he literally takes a brush and cleans it off. You can watch the video for yourself. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just going to show you parts of it. You can see how he washes the motherboard in some solution and soap. He just cleans up everything. That motherboard now all of a sudden looks like it's brand new. Thing you'll notice too is now all of a sudden there's no corrosion. If it's been sitting in the environment that long, it's gonna have a lot of corrosion, eating up traces and everything else, and anyone that's obviously savvy will know that. And two, you're not gonna be able just to use an analog meter to go and troubleshoot it and stuff. That's not just gonna happen. It's not gonna be that easy. It's just, I mean, it's video. See how he cleans up. Then he assembles it, but where he fucks up is he doesn't assemble the thing properly, and then of course some ads. And there's going to be plenty of ads in these videos because obviously they're doing it to make a profit. But he shows the thing fully working, like it's restored. You saw the condition was before and it looked like that. What he did pretty much was he brought another one off eBay, Craigslist, or Facebook, or wherever. I don't know where he's at or not. Brought one used, though it was clearly the same model. Made it look like he was restoring it, cleaning it up and stuff like that, and then later on reassembled probably the working one back together, and then shows a fully working one at the end like he restored it and all that. Obviously anyone that's tech savvy will know, just watching the video will actually get a good laugh out of it. And see how he takes it's cringe-worthy. But let's go on to the restoration of the actual Kenwood cassette deck, and this one's done by Restoration and Metal. And pretty much, here, we'll go play some of the video. That's what the dual tape deck look. This tape deck's probably not even worth 20 bucks for one, so no one in their right mind is gonna go to the trouble and restore this thing to like what he restores it to the end, because it wouldn't be cost effective, and two, you could not restore something like this. It's just gonna have way too many problems and stuff like that. You're not gonna, even if you're meticulous and go through every little part and stuff like that. Corrosion also works its way into the ICs, transistors, and parts and stuff like that, so those are going to be compromised. And the thing, even if you did get everything looking like new and everything else, it's still never going to work 100%. But yet he manages to pull off what I called impossible, pretty much. And you can see the condition of this. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's go forward. I love sometimes getting a good laugh, but this is ridiculous because these guys take away from, you know, actual people that are doing real restorations and stuff like that, and you know, they go and take all the credit and views and stuff like that for shit they didn't even do. This is a fake restoration. You can see how that metalwork is, how it's rusted through and everything like that. You can just see how bad. Look at that transport, that thing is horrible. Look at that case, it's like really rusted through. Alright, he goes in and gives us a little more ads, of course. Why not? You have to have ads when you're faking stuff so you get more profit. And there you go. He goes in and cleans the transporter and he takes it apart, cleans it. Okay, he probably does clean that, but he doesn't use that one when he's at the end of the video because he goes ahead and messes with the heads alignment and all that else. Doesn't even do a proper alignment, just puts everything back together, and all of a sudden it works perfectly. Yeah, right. But he has to show you that he's doing something. So, and see how he puts the head alignment screws back in there, puts the head back together. He did remove the 3 screws, see the screws from there and all that, but yet he doesn't do any alignment or anything like. He's just putting all the screws back in the way they're supposed to be and stuff like that. And the stacks could work 100% perfect. You know, anyone that's dealt with cassette decks and stuff knows that you gotta do alignment on the heads, head height, of azimuth, and everything else like that. When you go and mess with the alignment, you need alignment tapes and all that. This guy does none of that. He's just reassembling it, making it look pretty and like new, of course. And then pretends like he's restoring it. But that isn't even really the dead giveaway part because, you know, most people are not going to catch on to that. And of course, here's his analog meter again. He's just testing stuff, I guess, continuity, you know, on the wires and the solder joints and all that. Which I guess you could use that for that, but still. Okay, scrubs all the plastics and clean it. Now, you probably could do that. You probably could get all the plastics clean and everything else. He cleans the PCB board, dries it off a hair dryer. Now he puts the thing back together, but see, this is the dead giveaway. This is what makes you know that he used a different deck. You remember how that looked before, right? You're gonna tell me you're gonna be able to make that thing look like that after you get all said and done, you know? No. He manages to get it, because if you go and sand it down and clean and grind it down, you're gonna be able to tell you grinded it and sanded it down and stuff, and the reflection's actually off the lighting, just to let you know. Yeah, it's not gonna look that clean. I don't care, especially as how bad it was. You're gonna notice discoloration and everything else. Like anyone that does metal restoration will know that, of course. But yet, that thing looks like brand new all of a sudden. Now he sticks the original transports in and stuff like that. But you notice how he got a lot of cutaways and stuff. If you actually watch the video, you'll see that. Of course, he's, you know, reconnecting the corroded wires and all that. Now look, it's magically back together and like new, but he doesn't show you the inside or anything like that, which should be another giveaway. But like I said, likely he had another deck exactly like that. He took the parts from that one, just put this one at the end to make it work, and then shows it working, of course, and does play music and sound, and it sounds okay. That's also the other dead giveaway, because being the fact that he messed with the head alignment and stuff like that, obviously it wouldn't sound, you know, normal, kind of sound bassy or way off and stuff, because the heads are not aligned. But no, it sounds perfectly fine. You know, but here you go, he goes and plays the tape, you know, and that's it, shows it working though. But I'm tired of these fake restorations, because they're fake, and that's exactly what they are. Now, for the tech-savvy engineers, techs, and everything else will know, obviously, these restorations are fake. But I also want to put this video out there for people that don't know any better, that actually think these are real legitimate videos and argue back with me when I go and call them out on some of the stuff they did on the video. That, oh, look, you're just being harsh and it's real and stuff. It's not real. This is all fake bullshit pretty much. They do it so they can get the views and the subscribers and all that, and then that way they can go ahead and make a profit off of it. That's all it is. And I know there's a lot of these channels lately that's been popping up that's doing the exact same thing. There's even a guy that does shoes, for example. What he does is he throws them in mud and everything, makes them look all dirty and new, pretends to restore them, but then people have caught him on that because they know where he brought the shoes from, because they've been following him and all that other stuff, and then they realize his videos were all fake too as well. So don't believe everything you see pretty much, you know what I mean? Unless people actually show you the work and show you that what they actually done, explain it, and then show you that it works and stuff like that, after they did the alignment, that they went ahead and replaced the parts or whatever, then those are probably real restorations. But when they do a lot of cutaways like this, don't even really show you every detail. They show you the cleanup, and that's all they did, is clean up, and all of a sudden it works perfectly. You kind of got to know that it's fake. And obviously this guy also got a lot of dislikes too, and probably for the same reason, because other people like me, even this is only 4 days old, so it's probably not as many people calling him out on it yet, but there probably will be. I got to cringe. Yeah, there are some people calling him out on it, but not as many as the other guy. But these videos are fake. Watch real technicians do actually real restoration, and there's plenty of them on YouTube. Don't watch this fake bullshit.